Man, this one might piss more people off than that Boss pay for play pedal. So I don't usually do this, but I actually stumbled across a news article that I thought was pretty interesting. Apparently there's a new pedal that's, I guess, being developed right now because it's just going to Kickstarter. The Kickstarter, I think, starts next week. And it says what it looks like is it's one of the first AI pedals. It's called the Onepedal. And essentially, what it can do is there's an app that you get on your phone that can communicate with the app, and there are something like 100,000 different songs that are already loaded on the app, or you can upload your own, and the pedal and the software will actually analyze the song and kick out as close as they can the tone that is the guitar tone from that song. Now, clearly it's not actually out yet, so I'm not entirely sure how well this thing works, so I really can't comment on that. But from the looks of things, it looks fairly effective. And I mean, to be fair, this isn't necessarily really new technology. There is similar things that you can find on various digital audio workstations where they use AI, they can analyze a song, and they can kick out whatever it is that like you want from that song. You can get the specific tone, those specific sounds, or at least an approximation. In the article I was reading, what it was saying was that the reason they developed this is they didn't want, part of the motivation anyway, was they didn't want guitarists and stuff to be wasting times, fiddling with knobs, trying to get the exact tone that they want. They said basically if they're able to take that part out of the equation, then it leaves the guitarist a lot more time to actually play, which, I mean, I can kind of see the sense in that. I mean, if anyone has a pedal board, if anyone uses pedals as much as I do, even just for fun, you can spend a lot of time kind of twiddling with things just to make sure that, just to get the sound that you want. Now, that said, I also kind of think that's sort of part of the fun. Maybe that's just me. To be fair, it does look like you can do this, but it'll just be on an app, which I suppose is somewhat simpler. I mean, it is kind of cool that, it's a lot easier to, just pull out your phone and make adjustments if you're in like a live situation than, getting on your hands and knees and trying to play with a pedal to get the right sound, I guess. But I mean, I don't know. There's a lot to unpack on this one. I mean, to me, messing around with the sounds on the pedal, that was kind of the fun part. So I don't know. It's an interesting world we live in. I guess AI is coming for pedals now. I shouldn't really be surprised. That was a matter of time, I guess. I'm also curious to hear what some of the artists might actually think. Some of the famous guitar players, because there's a lot of guitar players who I think their guitar tone is kind of part of their signature, Eric Clapton, the woman tone, B.B. King's guitar tone, the way they exactly dialed that in, I mean, that almost seems as much a part of their art, their sound, not to get too philosophical, but their art as just the actual song. So I'm curious to see what they kind of think of this. This is going to be really interesting. I don't think there's any copyright issues here because don't get me wrong, I'm sure this pedal does a pretty good job of approximating guitar tones, but at the same time, I don't think it's ever going to get, exact as much as what's on the recording. I've seen other, I have a guitar pedal that I did a review on, multi-effect pedal from Moore, and one of the sounds on it was Summer of '69, which is clearly based off of Bryan Adams. And it does a decent job, but it's not 100% exact. So the truth is, I don't really know how I feel about this. On one hand, I always felt that finding your tone, finding the equipment that actually gives you the tone that you want, that can kind of become your own signature sound. I always thought that's not only is that kind of part of the fun, but I always felt that was part of what kind of creates a bit of an identity with the guitar. That was kind of your fingerprint, That was the individual part. That was really the artistic part. with guitar playing and like guitar pedals and gear and all that stuff, was the whole point was to get a sound that frankly you could call your own. Now, I mean, I can definitely see the usefulness for this. I mean, I've done a lot of gigs in my lifetime, and I mean, most of them were cover gigs, just performing covers in bars, pubs, whatever. So, I mean, if I had been able to kind of set up, you know, just like, okay, I click one button and boom, I'm in, you know, I'm doing one song, then it's a completely different one. You know, if I can go from like Clapton's Woman tone to playing Edge's tone with all those delays and stuff, just with a click of a button, it makes things a lot easier if I could almost like set that up. So I can certainly see the usefulness of it. I just do wonder how much it interferes with artistic expression. Anyway, folks, this is really off the cuff. I saw this article, I read it, I thought it was really interesting. If you got some thoughts on this, I'd love to hear what you think of this sort of thing. AI in the world of guitar pedals and guitar tone. I mean, it seems, I guess this is the new frontier, right? So please let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, share the video, click the little button. You'll be helping me out. And as always, I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, and oh, what's the other one? Twitter. I'm on Twitter too. Okay? Like and subscribe. Sandy's Guitars. Catch you later.